Witamy Państwa na konferencji prasowej po meczu Dzików Warszawa z Energa Treflem Sopot, zakończonym wygraną gości 86-80. Są z nami trener drużyny gości Mik Kolarkas oraz zawodnik Kasper Surork. Okay, first, Kasper, please tell me, how do you feel about this game, about this win?
I mean, it's an important win for us. It's a away game. Dziki is a good team. I think they're very talented. They're playing good offensively, especially transition offense. So yeah, I think we started the game really well. Defensively, we stopped the flow. And in the second half, I think there were some periods where we couldn't stop the flow, so they kept running and running. So I think this is their way. They try to play fast. I think overall we did a good job. And I mean, as I can see from the stats, we did 21 assists, so it's pretty good.
Okay, thank you. I will now translate. Kasper mówi, że cieszy się z wygranej z Dzikami, że Dziki to dobry zespół. Udało się Treflowi zatrzymać flow, rytm gry Dzików. Dziki miały zrywy, których Trefl nie zawsze był w stanie przeciwstawić się tym zrywom. Ale zagrali dobry basket zespołowy, tak jak Kasper mówi, 21 asyst z całego zespołu. Any questions to player?
After there were a couple of fans from Estonia here, so are you surprised and are the, let's say, friends or family or just...
No. Yeah, I didn't know them, but they texted me that do I play in Warsaw this weekend. They were here for a concert. So they just visited Warsaw and then they came for a basketball game also, because they're Estonian national team fans, they like basketball, and yeah, it was a really nice surprise for me, and Estonians supporting me, so yeah, that's nice.
Okay, thank you. Jeszcze jakieś pytania do zawodnika? Okay, Kasper, no more questions to you, so thank you so much. Został tylko trener Mik Kolarkas. Coach, congrats for the win, and how do you feel about this game?
Well, two-sided. I think that we played really good first half. We were maybe the beginning, like Kasper said, okay, in the beginning we played well. I think he means the first half too. In the beginning it was kind of like us getting the feel of what works and what doesn't, and then when we started going, then the first half was great, and then I think I would say maybe 26 minutes we played okay, and then after that we started to, or let's say Dziki started to play more physical, and we started to focus on the things that we can't control, referees and all that. I don't want to curse, but all the unnecessary things, and I think that moment we lost our focus, and then we made it more difficult for us than it was supposed to be.
Okay, thank you. I will not translate. Trener mówi, że na początku szukali swojej gry. Drużyna Dzików zaczęła dobrze, ale tak naprawdę cała pierwsza połowa była dobra w wykonaniu drużyny Energa Trefl Sopot. Trener Mik Kolarkas jest zadowolony z tego, jak wygląda pierwsza połowa jego drużyny i trener podkreśla, że 26 minut w jego wykonaniu drużyna zagrała dobrze, a były też momenty, w których za bardzo skupili się na rzeczach, które nie mieli po prostu, nie mieli względów na te, nie mogli ich kontrolować, nie wiedzieli jak z tymi rzeczami, między innymi tutaj trener wspomina o sędziach. I tak w zasadzie, any questions to... Okay. Tutaj proszę.
Coach, what conclusions did you draw after the defeat against Dziki in the preseason friendly game?
No, I would say that that's a great question. I would say that don't overanalyze. There was players that were not playing because of certain reasons, and you in the preseason never get too down or too high. If you lose 30, you take the things that you need to work on, and so we stayed calm, and we knew that okay, we gotta get better. But at the same time, I think that Dziki was in a place where they were like 2 weeks ahead of us. They started earlier than us, so like it's natural that like you kind of there's tough games, and I think Dziki was in that moment way more ready than we were. So like don't overreact, don't overanalyze, and just try to keep the goal in mind and in sight, and like move towards the goal.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Hi coach, do you feel like without your team's great performance on the offensive board in the first quarter, this game could have gone out of your control really quickly, but you managed to be close to Dziki and then get your lead and not lose it out of the game?
No, I don't. I think that we got solid shots, and like we got the offensive rebounds, and this was just the way. Like we missed layups in the beginning, and we missed open shots, and we turned the basketball over. I think on the road games are like this, but no, I don't think that offensive rebounding won us the game or like kept us in a game, or we would have gone out of hand if we couldn't have kept us. The game is 40 minutes, and I think we almost lost it at the second half.
Thank you.
Coach, you played also but he didn't play today, so what's the time for him? What's his role gonna be?
You know, obviously we need a player like the backcourt is playing over 30 minutes a game, and we're playing 2 leagues, so like we need a player. With the style we want to play and gonna play, it's difficult, and now I think the part of the like bad second half goes to like being fatigued, like being tired, and like then when you lose the legs, usually you lose the brain. I hope Dylan is gonna play in the next game. But like I'm coaching the basketball team, office will take care of these formalities, but like for some reason we didn't get the letter of clearance today, and like that's the reason why he was out, and like let's see when it comes, and till then some players need to work extra. Like Dylan is a great guy, and like everybody can see he has like body and tools that can help us, especially like on the backcourt. I think multiple positions, and I think the way we want to play is kind of positionless, especially like from the 1 to 3. So I think he has a lot of tools that we can use, like to like limit the minutes and like get some rotations on the backcourt.
Thank you. Czy jeszcze jakieś pytania? Okay, thank you. So that's all for
Thank you.
Są już z nami Rivaldo Soares i trener Dzików Marko Legowicz. Marko, how do you feel about this game?
Sure, we are very sad about the result. For sure, in this environment with the Congo completely packed, we were playing for another game, another result. For sure, a big impact on the game is linked to the second quarter where we played very poorly. We couldn't match their physicality at rebound. I think this is one of the keys of the game, as we were talking about during the week. Couple of mistakes in the second half, but for sure we played better in terms of reaction, even in terms of mental reaction. One number that obviously I'm not happy about is the difference between how many three-point shots we made and how many are assisted, and this is another killer point for our game. So for sure not a good game. For sure a lot of points of improvement. Ball was too many times stopped into the half court, too many times we were too nervous to solve the play into the first seconds, and this is not one thing. For sure we want to run, but we want to run differently. So big credit to Sopot that show up in a very good way. Congratulations and good luck for them and their coach for their journey. And from Monday we think about our journey again, building on our base. You know, we don't have time to think about this game. We will analyze our mistakes, we will show up better, and this is our work.
Okay, thank you. I will now translate. Trener Marko Legowicz mówi, że no na pewno jego drużyna nie gra na taki wynik, jaki był na tablicy końcowej, zwłaszcza przy hali Koło, która wypełniła się dzisiaj do ostatniego miejsca tak naprawdę. Trefl zaskoczył nas agresywnością, myślę twardością, z jaką grali. Tak jak mówi trener Legowicz, i po prostu w drugiej kwarcie nie potrafiliśmy się im przeciwstawić, i potem jak już trochę naprawiliśmy, no to mimo wszystko Trefl drugą połowę i całe spotkanie wygrał. Trener mówi, że nie jest zadowolony z tego, ze stosunku asyst do rzutów za 3 punkty, czyli ile tych rzutów za 3 punkty było po asystach. Powiedział, że to był też jeden z czynników, przez który ten mecz przegraliśmy. Na pewno przed nami dużo do poprawy i musimy skupić się już na poniedziałku i na przygotowywaniu się do następnego meczu, który już w przyszłym tygodniu. Okay, any questions to coach?
I have one question for coach. What are your thoughts about the organization of the game in half court? And I feel like the ball at times didn't feel secure at the ball handler's hand. Do you feel like this is about today, or do you see any patterns from the past games that may have caused it?
Thank you for the question. It's a great one. For sure is one point in which we need to work on. For sure we want to start the play, especially when the opponent score with the ball on our point guards, and this is I think one big point that can let us enter in the set plays, because we have set plays. It's not about only running, you know, in a different way, in a more organized way, more secured way, and this is one point. For sure there are opponents that try to deny those kind of things, but you point out one of our difficulty of today, you know. Maybe in Krosno was more about zone press. Today was more about individual press, but we need to get better for sure in two things: when they score, to get open immediately with the point guard, and when we take the rebound after a stop, you know, to run with a better positioning, to have the court with a better spacing. So for sure I agree with you. I don't know if I answered to.
Yeah, I feel like also at times during inbounds, I don't know if I saw one inbound that gave your team the situational advantage. Your team was denied, and often it just finished with a pass to the half-court line.
Mm-hmm. You are talking about baseline to bounce.
Yeah.
That's a great one, another great one. I think it's a situation we were pretty effective since pre-season and the first game about our BOB. Teams are betting and cutting screens over there, so the half-court pass is the safe pass. This is not one pass that you know, you don't know what to do and you pass the ball to half-court, but this is if defense take out one choice, you need to go on the second option. Not the best one in terms of scoring immediately, but opponents are preparing games too, and maybe we have a couple of things to do better. But for sure, being so efficient at one point brings other teams to prepare and to scout, all these things.
Czy jakieś pytania z sali?
Maybe not such a great question, but Krzysztof Kępa started the game and played just 4 minutes, and so he was out because it was your decision. You weren't satisfied what was going on the floor with him, or anything else?
This morning, we woke up with the news of. I honestly, I don't like to talk about this thing, but this is a good question in terms of. Van der Plas wasn't feeling good at all, so we appreciate his effort trying to help the team. Chris started, and I think that Chris started even in a good way, with a good attitude. Then, in terms of our rotation, our plan, Sopot made their best run, and I didn't, think in that moment that he could be in the best position to help us and to be, mentally able to perform at his best. For sure, he's not one thing that forever. He played 5 minutes. He's a young guy that is practicing very, very good. He needs to grow as the team, But about Van der Plas minutes and Kempa minutes, this is the motivation. And then, when the game is tough, I found in that role other players, Rivaldo, Suarez, Kamek, that were giving us certain type of things, and then you have to select players, to go through the end. But that's our choices. I chosen this one, but not to judge negatively the performance of Chris in his first minutes. Thank you.
Thank you. Czy jeszcze jakieś pytania do trenera? Okay, that's all, Marco. And now, Waldo, your feelings about the game.
Just off of what Coach said, just a critical part in that second quarter where they played how we want to play, with energy, with grit, and that was just a bad quarter for us. And from there it was you're just fighting possession by possession to climb back, which I felt like we did. But when a team gets momentum like that, it's hard to beat a good team.
Okay, thank you. Rivaldo Suarez podkreśla słowa trenera Legowicza, że kluczowa była w tym meczu druga kwarta, która po prostu nie była po myśli Dzików, i potem mecz już też zmienił się w takie widowisko, gdzie oba zespoły grały akcja za akcję i Trefl też łapał swoje momentum i po prostu w pewnym momencie nie było siły na nich. W skrócie, are there any questions to player?
I have one question. Hello, Rivaldo. I saw that grit in the fourth quarter. Maybe it started a little bit earlier when you were getting kind of chippy with Jakub Schenk. You seem like a fierce competitor. Talk to me about that.
That's just who I am, and that's on me because I need to start that from the tip off. Showing my teammates that energy so they can follow. And I might have shown that a little bit too late. And that's just the competitor in me. I wanted to try to lift my teammates up, try to get some stops, some rebounds, because they were on us on the rebounds. A lot of second chance points and a lot of offensive rebounds for them. So just trying to spark some fire somewhere.
Jakieś pytania jeszcze do zawodnika? Okay, so that's all for tonight. Thank you.